Welcome to Time Well Spent, a podcast from LaborSync, the only real-time multilingual timesheet software your business will ever need. Um, I'm thrilled to have you with us today. Our mission for this session, well, it's a big one. We are navigating the massive wave of 2026 labor law changes rolling out right now. And, if you manage field service crews, understanding these shifts is going to be incredibly valuable for your daily operations.
It really is. We've been analyzing these updates pretty extensively, drawing on some crucial intelligence from a recent LaborSync blog article. And what we're seeing isn't just a matter of, basic administrative upkeep.
Right, it's much bigger than that.
Exactly. These are fundamental shifts in how you manage remote teams. Staying ahead of this ensures your business remains solid and highly competitive. Plus, it keeps you clear of those six-figure audit nightmares that catch so many operations totally off guard.
Oh, those audits are brutal. I was looking through the materials, and it seems like paid family and medical leave, or PFML, is expanding incredibly fast right now. Minnesota just launched their program, right? How exactly does that impact a business owner's bottom line?
Well, Minnesota's program went live on January 1st, and it is substantial. It offers up to 20 weeks of total leave per year.
Wow, 20 weeks.
Yeah, and the funding mechanism for this is a 0.88% payroll premium, which is split between the employer and the workers. And Maine is following right behind on May 1st.
With a pretty significant change to their job restoration rules, right?
You hit the nail on the head. For employers with 25 or more workers, they've dropped the eligibility threshold down to just 180 days of employment.
Let's translate that job restoration piece into plain English for a second. That essentially means once someone has been on your payroll for just 180 days, you are legally required to hold their job for them.
Right, if they need to take that leave.
It's a much shorter window than many business owners are used to.
It is a practical reality you just have to prepare for. And when you look at all these new state laws, a distinct pattern emerges.
Yeah, it feels like legislators are writing rules for indoor office workers.
Precisely. But field service businesses are the ones having to figure out how to actually implement them on the ground.
The disconnect is glaring, especially with the new mandatory meal and rest breaks in Minnesota and Maine.
Right. The specific rule is 15 minutes of rest for every 4 hours worked, or enough time to reach the nearest bathroom room.
Whichever is longer. I have to laugh a little at the bathroom rule just thinking about the logistics.
It's definitely complicated.
I mean, if your crew is laying pipe on a rural highway 45 minutes from the nearest gas station, do you suddenly have to factor a 2-hour round-trip bathroom commute into your project bid?
Yeah, that simply doesn't fit into a standard break room model.
No, it really doesn't.
And you also have to factor in a 30-minute unpaid meal break for shifts over 6 hours. It is a unique challenge for field crews trying to build travel logistics into a mandated rest period.
And on top of these break rules, we're seeing wage floors rise, too.
19 states just bumped their minimum wages. Maine hit $14.56 an hour, and they added a stipulation that agricultural workers must now receive overtime pay for anything past 50 hours a week.
The wage updates are huge, but I want to pivot to something that caught my eye in the blog article regarding independent contractors.
The Department of Labor crackdown.
Yes. They are taking a really close look at worker misclassification. What should a business owner be looking out for here?
The DOL is cracking down heavily on operations that treat employees like contractors to save on payroll taxes. The core test is control.
Meaning if you provide the tools and set the schedule.
Exactly. If you provide the tools and dictate their daily schedule, the law is increasingly viewing that person as an employee, regardless of what title you give them.
That misclassification point really highlights why field businesses have such a unique vulnerability right now compared to a traditional warehouse.
Because when your crews are remote, there isn't a manager physically watching a time clock.
Right.
So if an operation relies on the honor system, like text messages at the end of the day, or start time scribbled on a piece of paper that gets lost in a truck bed, they're creating a massive liability. They are sitting ducks.
Because without verified digital documentation, you simply can't prove you're actually providing those mandated bathroom breaks or paying the correct overtime.
Exactly right.
So how do we turn this around? The LaborSync blog article lays out some highly practical steps. First, you need to audit your current practices today to see where your blind spots are.
Which is crucial.
Second, train your foreman on these state-specific rules. If your site leads don't know the break requirements, they will just schedule right through them.
That happens all the time. And third, you must review all those contractor relationships immediately to ensure no one is misclassified.
Those 3 steps are the perfect foundation.
And the broader takeaway here is that compliance doesn't have to be a burden. It can be a true competitive advantage. By moving to GPS-backed digital timekeeping, you automatically separate paid rest breaks from those unpaid meal breaks,
Which gives you incredibly accurate job costs.
allowing you to bid much more competitively on future projects. Furthermore, in a tight labor market, workers notice when they are paid accurately and treated fairly under the law. It directly boosts retention.
That's a great perspective, turning a requirement into a business strength.
It's the only way to operate today.
Before we go, consider this. If a state investigator walked into your office tomorrow, would your current records prove your compliance, or would they trigger a deep dive into years of missing paper timesheets? Something to think about. This episode of Time Well Spent was brought to you by LaborSync. Track employee hours and job site locations in real time from any device. Start your risk-free trial today at laborsync.com.